Get ready, folks.
I sure am. Are you ready?
I sure am.
Super excited. Hello. It is Dr. Rebecca Foster, Clairvoyant Medium. This is Paranormal PhD. I am not in my regular studio. I am at my parents' house. Yay! So all of this behind me you don't see. You just don't see it. You don't see any of it. It's been a busy day. I almost forgot that I had to do this because I was talking and gabbing, and I went, what time is it? It is 8:06, and it was actually a little bit sooner than that, but I had to figure out how I was going to do this. Can you all hear me? Can everybody hear me? Everybody can hear me okay? Everything's good? All right. Perfect amundo. So thanks all for joining me tonight. Hopefully you can hear me okay. If you have any difficulties, just let me know. We're just gonna mute that right now. Do not disturb. Bam. It's that easy. So tonight, what is this? It is Tuesday, May 3rd, right? Holy cow. Seriously, time flies. Time just flies. So tonight I'm going to be talking about paranormal experiences, partially because I had so many experiences in this house. And then I'm going to do some readings between Facebook and YouTube. I'm not live on TikTok tonight, so it is just for you guys. Also, if you have experiences paranormally that shook you up or caused you to question things, let me know. And I will, I'm going to open up again and invite people in. So you just watch for the link in the chat rooms and you will be able to copy that and come right into the room with me and let the world know about your personal experience. Okay, so paranormal. You know, when we talk about paranormal, we're talking about every aspect of metaphysical stuff. So you are talking ghosts, you're talking spiritual as far as like heaven and hell and those kinds of angelic beings. Anything paranormal, it's unnormal. It's not normal. It's paranormal. All right, it's like that. And we could, I guess you could kind of throw other things in there, possibly metaphysical as far as elementals go. But I don't, you could consider that paranormal. You could, because it's really indistinguishable sometimes, and you really don't have the ability to totally prove unless you have some amazing video footage. So, I really don't want to talk about me, though. I really don't want to. It's been a long day. I really don't want to talk about me. And this chair swivels, so this is going to be super annoying for everyone tonight because I will be fidgeting. And this, again, like I said, it's not where I normally sit. So I have to get used to all of this, too. So, Kathy King, you've had experiences. I'm going to do this really quickly. I'm going to create a invite for everyone. And I am going to put it in the chat room. So when I open the room, you guys will have an easier way of coming in, and then I will share with you everything. Can you not tell I'm so tired? I had a huge gallery today. It was very successful. It was wonderful. And it was so good to see people that have watched on, people I've read in person were there. People I read in person 20 years ago. Georgine Parcher, if you're watching. Michelle Abels, I've been reading for her forever. She's she's a members only member as well. So many people from like TikTok viewers and people who've watched lives. It was really awesome to be able to see people and then have them say, I've seen this, and it was really cool to put faces to everything. So it was awesome. Okay, so let's bring this up. This is a great question. Amelia Martins, what do you think about the Ouija board? Amelia, I will not touch an Ouija board. I will not allow an Ouija board in my house unless it's sealed in a box. I have nothing to do with them. When I was younger and stupid, I made a few Ouija boards. I've had real experiences with them on several occasions, and I will not, I don't, as well versed as I am in dealing with dark things, light things, up things, down things, I will not use one. I just won't. I believe that they can be misused, and I believe that they're more like a liar's board. It really is, because you're not using the purest of intentions, because you're just opening up to anything to come through. And then with that, anything can come through. And most people don't know how to close them properly. Oh yeah, okay, goodbye. We're leaving now. We'll go. No. Because if you're still open or fearful, you are a target for attachment. Yeah. Lala, you've never touched one. Good for you, girl. Yeah. Suzanne Carey, nope. No, they're not allowed in my house. Okay, so we got Kathy on. Kathy is actually going to share a story here. So I'm going to add Kathy here. Hi, Kathy. How are you?
Hi, pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Let me turn my volume up here. My beginning was super loud, and I didn't want to be obnoxious with it. Okay, Kathy, tell us what your story is.
Oh gosh, well, I have a lot of stories. I mean, I've had a lot of paranormal experiences my entire life. Like when I was growing up in Oklahoma, our house had I say a ghost, but I'm pretty sure there was more than one. But we knew for sure there was one. He pretty much presented himself to us, and my sister named him.
What'd she name him?
Which is funny. Huh?
What did she name him?
She named him Rafferty, which is kind of funny because when she grew up and had a son, she named him Rafferty.
That's creepy. You wonder.
Well, I mean, he was an older man. He had long hair. He was I think he was like a biker guy.
Okay.
I'm not sure. That was like what he kind of looked like, you know. But he would every night he would go around and to all of us once we were in bed and check on us, make sure everybody was okay. It was like a thing every night. We just kind of knew he was going to come and check on us every night and make sure we were in bed. And that was, we kind of got used to that. But every place that I've lived, I've had some type of paranormal experience.
Have you ever felt threatened by any of them?
Yeah, the house that I live in now that I own, when my kids were younger, we had to actually call in a team to come in and help us because we had what they called was they said was a
sorry, my eyes are burning. I don't know why I need my glasses. Go ahead. I apologize.
A hound from hell, I think, is what they told us. A hound of hell. It came in and it was really creepy. It kind of looked like an ape.
And you saw it.
Well, my son could see it. I saw it on the the FLIR camera thing, Yeah. They got pictures of it and stuff. But my youngest son, he could actually see it with his eyes. He sees things like that. He can see them. My oldest son, he can see too, things like that. We're all sensitive in our own way. I hear things and feel things. They see things, and they could see them, and they were terrified.
I was going to say that can be terrifying when as an adult, even me, when energies won't present, but they'll present to my children, and my children would be afraid of what they were seeing. That is,
Oh, yeah,
it's
it was
terrifying.
horrible.
Yeah, because you're trying to calm the child down, while at the same time you're wondering what exactly are they seeing, and is it capable of harming any of us? So I've been in your shoes. I understand completely.
Yeah, it would stay like in the back of the house, kind of like in the kitchen and stuff, and like back in the laundry room.
Yeah.
So the kids would not go back there. They were horribly terrified, and they wouldn't go back there.
Interesting. Okay.
But one night when I was here by myself, it actually attacked me in the bed. It held me down.
Okay.
And that was when I called in somebody for help, because that was my breaking point. I was like, okay, this is not okay. You know,
that's terrifying. You know, I get it. Those darker energies, they do tend to, like you said, hold you down or possibly suffocate. And maybe you guys who are watching, you've had an experience where you wake up like gasping for air. I mean, for me, I know that that's when I've got something trying to get attention. It can be terrifying.
it is.
Have you had this occurrence like in all of the houses you've lived in?
Not like the scary thing like that, just this one. And since they came in and took care of it, we haven't had any problems like that. But yeah, I've always, just about every house that I've lived in, I've had some type of paranormal experience.
That's what I was going to ask, because I can, like that, I will move in and I'll be like, okay, good, the house is clean, and within a month of me living there, the house is polluted with everything. And so the same occurrence, like if you attract them, they just follow suit, and they will immediately find you if you leave. So yeah, that's awesome. Well, thanks so much for getting on here, Kathy, and sharing your stories. And
thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Well, you know what, it's good to know that we're not the only family that's having terrifying little monsters appear to our children.
Oh yeah.
Thanks a lot, Kathy.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Bye. All right. So Tina Carnes, if you've got a story, you can just go, I'll post this again. It's the stream. You just, in the chat room, it's the stream key. And I just posted it there again, and you just copy that and paste it into your addresses, and you guys can jump on and tell me your stories. I'm so sorry. I look like the wrath of God right now, you guys. Seriously, it's raining out. I went out in the rain. It's steaming. It's crazy. All right. So while we're waiting for some people to get on, and I'm going to, for everyone in the chat room, I'm also going to star your name, so I know that I have spoken with you. Janice, you got my books. You're learning a lot. That's awesome. Thank you. I hope that they are quick and easy reads for you, and they make a difference, or at least bring maybe some confirmation for you. That's awesome. Okay, readings. Let's see about some readings. Excuse me. Thomas Kasdorp, you are like on top of it. You're the first here again tonight. It's awesome. All right. We will leave the chat room open for anybody who wants to jump on in. And let's read some people here. This is so weird, so uncomfortable. I can't get anywhere near the desk. I feel like I'm a mile away from this thing. Holy cow. And the green screen that this thing comes with is so bad. It like cuts off my head. I look like there's something really wrong. So y'all get the whole pleasure of seeing the house behind me. It's great. Okay. So Thomas, not picking up anything that is super serious. Looking around, I don't see you really looking for health, which isn't a bad thing. It's, sometimes if I'm skimming and I randomly am finding people to read, if nothing is coming through, it doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It just, for me, when I'm seeing that, it is basically saying right now, just take everything you're dealing with and focus on that. Just focus on what you've got going on in your world and in your life, and don't try to start anything new right now. Try to tie things off if you can. Work through what you've already got going on. And again, it's not that life is boring in the least. It's just that you have everything that you're dealing with in this moment. And I would usually base that too on about a 2-week period. And I think we have, I don't know if it's the full moon or the new moon in about a week. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. But I feel like you're kind of like just on a conveyor belt right now, Thomas. And that's okay. It's sometimes it's nice to just be on a conveyor belt. All right. Teresa Lynn. Yay, first one here. Whoop, whoop. All right. Teresa, let's going on. Sarah, I see you in the waiting room. I will let you in a moment. So, Teresa, I'm so sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Teresa. I'm hearing you yes to something. Like I hear you going, not just yay. I hear you saying yes. Yeah, it's a repetitious yes. And that you're about to accept something or you're about to agree to something and you look like finally it's happening. So it could be I don't want to ruin anything if it's a proposal or anything, but it could be accepting a new job or a position at work, with work, educationally, but it's an offer of some kind, an opportunity, and you say yes. You guys, please excuse my eyes too. I think my eyes are just burning like you wouldn't believe. I can't even focus properly. This house has probably something to do with it. It was built. My parents built it. So, nobody else has ever lived in this house. But this was a house of most of my major clairvoyant growth. We moved in when I was 15. And this is where, like, all of my clairvoyant growth ever happened. And for those of you who have read my books and know anything about me, my gift really did start on the darker side of things because I really didn't like God at the time. And I think he was just like, oh, well, let her out for herself. She's not going to die. But it was like that. And so going through lots of emotions in this home, and I attracted lots of bad things into this place to the point where I used to have to call my parents home like something is coming back up the stairs from the basement. It's at the basement door and I am not getting out of bed right now. Like I'd be curled up against the wall watching for their car lights and freaking out. I'm like, you got to come home now, because it would be running up the basement stairs and then stomping up. It was just mortifying, terrifying, horrific. I was asleep one night and again, in the same place, my bed was up against this window and I had my door cracked open so it could swing. The dog could go in and out. And I had the blankets just kind of pulled up to my chin and I heard the door open and then like a scuffling noise across the carpet, really slow, like something was dragging. And I froze and I wasn't breathing and my eyes were pierced, like just squished shut. And I slowly put the covers over my head and this thing got right here and it went and I could feel my face on my cheek. It was right up to my ear. And then I was holding my breath the whole time. Like I did not move. And then it slowly turned around and walked back out of the room. I can't imagine what I would have seen had I opened my eyes. I can't imagine what I would have seen. I can't imagine, actually. I can imagine what it was. But that was one thing. And then last night, I couldn't sleep. And I was like, leave me alone. So about 2 o'clock in the morning, I got up and I raided the kitchen. I raided the fridge. And I went into the bathroom. And my eyes are closed. And I was going to the bathroom. And I was chewing my turkey. And I heard this woman go something like, she's here. Or she's something. And I went, Oh, come on, man. Really? So I told my mom, I'm like, you got a lady in the house. You got a chick here. I don't know what she's doing, but she was in the bathroom when I was going pee. So, yeah, that I went back to the bedroom. I turned on the light. I went to the bed. I turned on the bedside table light. Turned off the light. I mean, I was a huge chicken because I just wasn't in for it. And this house isn't supposed to be haunted. So, at least now. All right. I've done enough telling stories, but that's why it's weird. The energy pool in here tonight is hurting my eyes. So I read Teresa. So Teresa. So yes, big fat yes. Hello, Brenda. Hello, darling. How are you? Brenda, you look like you actually have some form of a family involvement that either you're right now or about to focus on, and it feels as if you're like the keel. You're the strength of it, the situation, and then you are kind of delegating. That's the only way I can put it is it's like a balance, like you being back here, like a U-shaped balance, and you are. I don't. Do you have horses? It almost looks like a horseshoe. You think I would know this after all this time? You'd think I would know this, but you what are you? It also feels I'm watching you as you are doing this, and you're pointing and you're pointing and you're delegating, and it all to me like somebody auctioning something or getting bids. Like, yeah, and it feels like you are working a moment, but it feels family related. So I'm thinking this is a positive, both on bringing family together and accomplishment, but also financially, this looks like a positive situation. Looks positive. I also see, as I'm finishing you up, Brenda, I see you when you get done with this conversation or this, yes, you're this pointing thing that you're doing, you actually turn around and close the door behind you. So that shows me that you are winding something up, finishing something up right now too. And it looks positive. Like somehow something gets together. Yeah. But you look like an auctioneer. You're like, yeah, back and forth. It's interesting. Hello, Lala. Hello, darling. How are you? Vin, Carl, how are you? I know this. I kind of was lost for a second there because I was watching you, Carl. I was watching you as you were, looks like walking out a door and the screen door like slamming behind you and then going outside. And I know this is so random and crazy, but it almost sounds like you get invited to breakfast. But I see you going to breakfast. And it feels like just like a corner diner. It feels like a family place or a community restaurant where you know everybody. And it feels like you're going to sit down and have a one of those hearty, delicious breakfasts. And as I'm sorry, I'm every time I go to talk, I see you, Tina, and every time I go to talk, I'm watching you. So I'm looking for who you're with, Carl, and I see you in like a booth, and you're up against a window, and I'm watching you talking to someone, and there's no one there. And I thought, okay, so is he talking to a living person? Is he talking to someone who's passed over? And so then from there, you go and make a visit to the cemetery. So I'm assuming that someone who has passed over is attempting to say, hello, let's go have breakfast and come visit me. And I would think it would have to be pretty nice because you're on your motorcycle. So that's pretty cool. I wonder, I wonder, I know you have lost a lot of people, and I'm kind of running through the ones that I know of. So I'm wondering if, it's your daughter. Come visit me. Yeah, it's really cool. All right. So, Brenda, okay, you like the positivity part. I know, so do I. But again, Brenda, it's like you're selling something, you're auctioning something, getting it done, closing it off. You shut the door behind you. Interesting. All right, so Tina, I've got you here. I'm going to add you to the mix here. You just got a story to tell us. Hello, Tina.
Hi.
How are you? Tell us your story.
Yeah, so a couple of years ago, my husband and I moved into a house, and we could constantly hear like radio broadcasting, like baseball games. Go outside, you couldn't hear anything. It was just like when we were in our rooms laying in bed.
Oh.
And then one night I was just like, there's a little boy that lives here. And he's like, yeah. I was like, he's got red hair. He's like, I've seen him. I was like, okay. And then one night I just wake up from a dead sleep and I stick my hand out behind the bedroom door because I see a figure, and I'm terrified that it's this little boy. And it turns out it was my daughter, who was 2 at the time, just hiding behind the door. And I was like, why would she be there? And then another time in that same house, my husband was home alone, and our utensil holder on top of the refrigerator went flying across the house. And then a separate day, my daughter was taking a nap on the love seat, and like I peeked my head in where she couldn't see me, and literally her head pops up and she says, no. And we only lived there for like 45 days, and we moved out because it was just so creepy that we couldn't stay there.
I wouldn't either.
It was terrifying.
No way. I wouldn't want to live in a haunted house. I don't. I inspect before I move in. And no. So I get it. If I was, no. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
It's not your ghost, not your monkey, not your circus. It's not your ghost. And it's fun to visit haunted places or to check them out. But to live there, especially with little ones, it's so hard because you don't know what other people have brought into the home. You don't know what they have done to open doors or portals that might be. It's not good. It's really not.
We would be laying in bed. I'd be like, do you hear that tonight? And I'm like, sounds like a baseball game. And he's like, yeah, I can hear it. And then like other nights it would be like classical music, or it would just be like you could hear them watching the TV.
Interesting. So you could hear one person watching TV and you could hear another person listening to music. Oh, that's really a lot. It sounds almost like you moved into a house where the people just didn't want to leave. They just decided to stick around, and you said there was a child as well, and that may be why. If there was a whole family in the house.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that.
Nope. Thanks anyway. Bye-bye.
Yeah, that's what we said.
Bye. Well, thanks so much for sharing that story. That's always creepy when you're dealing with kids. Always creepy. Always creepy. Take care. Thanks a lot.
You
Gina.
too. Bye.
La la. Hello, darling.
Hello.
Tell me your story.
Oh, I have a lot of stories, but my most terrifying story was when I was an investigator. There was a church, a cemetery called Peace Church Cemetery that we would take care of because it was left to the inhabitants of the land. So basically the people who were buried there owned the land. And so when their families passed on, there was no one to take care of it.
Okay.
Anyway, so we would take care of the cemetery, and then we would investigate it at night. And we were investigating one. Huh?
It's a win-win.
Oh, absolutely. You know, I had a good bond, I thought, with the cemetery. And one night we were out investigating, and back in some trees, they weren't too far away. We could see like a shadow going back and forth between these trees. And there was those 4 girls, and we were standing there kind of behind a larger tombstone where we had been doing an EVP session. And I'm like, is somebody back there? Because we had an investigator that liked to play tricks and stuff. And they could see it. And then there was one girl, she couldn't see it. She's like, I don't see it. I'm like, it's right there. And when I pointed at it, it changed from the shape of a person to a black mass and just flew right at us. And the other girls took off running and screaming. I stood my ground and I took that black mass. It like hit me right in the chest. And it was like this burning ice is all I could explain.
Did you have any marks on you after that?
I didn't have any marks, but the next day I started noticing my eyes would change color when I would look into the mirror. And I'm like, oh no, did he attach?
Right.
So I kind of went through some like, unattaching, but I tell you what, I can't go back. I can't go back, just it terrified me so badly.
Wow. That is a very creepy, because to see it, but then physically feel it, and then him trying to almost enter you or possess you that is terrifying. And stuff like that, it doesn't have to be demonic at all. It can be a human energy that's just still so human, and maybe it was just not a nice person in life. Not a nice. Yeah. Hey, and Lala, off topic. Tell everyone right now who you are famously related to.
Oh, I am related to, Johnny Cash, but really his wife, Vivian Cash. Mm-hmm. And she is second or third cousin. We look similar.
What do you mean similar? Okay, I'm going to pull this up right now. Y'all have to see this. Okay, I have an image here. Okay, there's my Lala. Okay, and I don't know if I can show you guys this. I'm going to copy this image and see if I can paste it. I don't know if I can paste it anywhere. You guys, can I paste it here? I don't know. I'm going to paste it. Will it let me? No, it won't let me. Okay, you guys, you just have to see Lala, and then you have to look up Vivian Cash. Okay, see Lala's face right here? Do you see that? Look up Vivian Cash. Okay, she's her Twinkie. It's really cool. She's my friend. And you can buy jewelry from her too. So, absolutely. Yes. All right.
Lala, with you.
What?
I said it was great talking with you.
Of course, it's always good. You're always welcome. Are you kidding me? We love your stories. And yes, who isn't a big Johnny Cash fan?
Right.
We have a celebrity in the house. Well, a celebrity's families. Exactly. Isn't that awesome? Thank you, darling. Bye. Isn't that so cool? You guys, it's like she's her Twinkie. It's amazing. I know. I love that. She's so beautiful. Okay. Let's get back up here to my stuff. So Jesse Garcia, hello. How are you? What? That almost, Jesse, it almost looks like a small dog or a small cat around you right now. I don't know if it's living, but remotely viewing from the dimension, I would think it looks more rust or red color. So maybe a cat, like a tabby or something. And then I smell popcorn or butter. Like I smell popcorn, buttered popcorn. Smelling that. Interesting. Did you make popcorn? Jesse Garcia? Nothing. I don't see anything odd. Nothing bad. But definite. I do see though, or I'm hearing something about passing a test or getting through a test positively or getting a test outcome that you're looking for. I'm supposed to tell you that. A desired test outcome is what I'm hearing. Interesting. Carol Morgan Griffin, how are you? Vanilla Queen 20, hello. I am just going to keep reading through until I get something here. Angela on YouTube. I'm seeing a little girl around you, and your guides are telling me that this little girl, I'm thinking this is like a daughter, and they're talking about needing attention or giving attention, somehow focusing attention. And they're also talking about you going through a phase or a time. I don't want to call it a phase. I think it's more of a developmental point or an awakening aspect where they're saying that you're going to be discovering a lot about who you are and who you want to be, and with that comes who we don't want to be. So there's a rebuild that's happening for you. And in that process, you've got these little eyes on you that your guides are saying, focusing on what's right or what means the most. And this daughter that keeps coming up in your reading, they're saying to focus on her. That right now there are some strong eyes on you where she's concerned, and to focus on her. But it's this little girl that is around you and is watching you, watching everything. And with the rebuild that you're going through, it looks like it's all falling into place properly. Now, also keep in mind, when we do rebuild, we let go. We get rid of things that no longer work in our life or no longer are positive influences. And that's what you're going through. But it looks like a wonderful thing. It looks like these little eyes I keep seeing looking up at you. Interesting. Very good. Hello, Tina. Hello, Suzanne. Joni, hello. If Joni is still... Joni Sherrock is actually... It's Sherrock, and here she's Sherlock. She is also... a psychic medium, and she is on spiritrealm.net. You guys can check her out too. She has her a little show she does on Monday afternoons, and feel free to go. It's free. You just jump on spiritrealm.net and check her out. She's good, people. Okay. Woohoo! Amy Sue Myers, how are you? My family visit, it was really for work, but I get to see my family. So for anybody that was here, that's here right now, that was at the event today, it was just so much fun. It was really a great event. Be planning another one in the fall, I believe. So if anybody is curious. But Amy Sue Myers, Amy. I'm tasting a lot of citrus, like that would be refreshing, like citrusy, refreshing. I'm sorry too, the TV's on the background. In case you guys can hear about you talking, that's the TV. But I did not want to be here when I wasn't here last week because of vacation, so I didn't want to ditch everybody. So Amy, again, I'm tasting a lot of citrus, lots of and more grapefruity. Now that's important for two reasons. One, it does talk about the refresh or the rebirth. So we're going into summer, we're in spring, we're talking about all new blooms, we're pruning, everything is becoming bigger and better, and it's rebirth after a winter's death. So that's one aspect of it. But then also when we consider grapefruit, when it comes to our health, it is it's an amazing cleanser for our insides. It's wonderful for weight loss, for one, but that's not the point of it here for you. It looks more like a cleanser, like liver cleanse, helping to stave off your appetite, at the same time balancing out enzymes. I know it sounds crazy, but you have to be careful with grapefruit because you can't eat grapefruit while you're taking certain medications. So if you're taking any medications, then you want to double check that if it's safe to eat grapefruit while you're on it. But they're talking about grapefruit, so there is a reason for that right now. And that was for you, Amy Sue. All right. Hello, Amelia. Yes, Amelia, I am. I'm lucky. My father died when I was 16, and my mom and my stepfather pretty much raised me and my brothers. And yes, very lucky that they're still here. I mean, I can't imagine being in this house, I can't imagine if they weren't here. I'm very lucky. Yeah, I'm sure that they will probably haunt me. I never read my mom. I don't read her. I can't read her. I just can't. And she'll probably be back and be like, can you see me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? You want to talk to me now? Yeah, so I'm lucky. Very lucky. Amelia, moving past that, I'm hearing to tell you to save your money right now. Put it in your wallet. Put it in the bank. Don't spend the money right now. Hang on to your money. Hang on to your money. All right. Mark M 2007. Mark M. I'm being told to tell you. Now, I don't talk relationships most of the time because they really, in the whole big scheme of things, people base too much on relationships, and I don't go there. However, for you, Mark, they're telling me to tell you that you're going to be taking a walk at some point. You're going to be running into someone who is going to have a life-changing effect on you in a way of new perspective, a new outlook. And regardless of what it is or who it is, it looks as if it causes some confirmations in your life that you are able to go, hey, that's so interesting. I was looking to do that. I wanted to do that. And these people are usually considered like earth angels, and they give us what we need in the moment of need. And then they may stick around forever. You may be acquaintances for the rest of your life. That may be all that they are. And you may never talk to them again. There are also instances where earth angels become your partners for life. So I'm not sure how this is going to go. I just see you bumping into, it's a female. I see you bumping into her while you're on a walk. The word messy kicks in. So I'm wondering if you spill something or drop something food related. I'm not sure. But it's almost as if this is a connection that you make that ends up in conversation and then change of perspective and discovery of or confirmations of what you've already been thinking about. And then, oh my gosh, I was just thinking about that. That's so strange. We run into each other and then you're saying these words. That'll be a sign for you, which is pretty cool. I like that. And the meeting itself might be meant to be. It may not be that you're supposed to be with that person. All right. Sweet. Okay. Let's go on down here. Perfect. Okay. I'm just double checking everything. Hello, Cecilyn. How are you? I have not seen you in a very long time. So, Thomas, you'd ask if the Ouija boards from the store are harmless. Well, it's just a board, right? They're all just boards. It's the energy that goes into it. Consider everybody's full of energy. He's touching the planchette. You touch the board. Everybody is channeling their energy through it, saying, "Who's out there? Who's going to talk to?" I don't even like saying that. I don't even like saying that word and those words together, because everybody that's what happens. You bring it to you. I mean, I've seen those things. You're not even touching them, and they're flying around the board. No, I'm gonna have bad dreams tonight now. Damn it. Stephanie Miller, just wondering about health or otherwise. Okay, let's take a peek. Stephanie Miller So Stephanie, most of your, oh, it's going to get loud in here. It is about to get really freaking loud in here. It's going to get loud in here right now. My stepfather's home and he has a hearing problem, so it's really loud. Sabrina Abels, you're here. Sabrina was there with her mama and her sister and her daddy. I'm glad you were there. Thank you. It was good to meet you. So Stephanie, the one thing I pick up is from the head up. So this feels like congestion. It feels like sinuses. It feels like headache. Everything just feels, I'm not going to be able to finish anymore. I'm really not going to be able to. He had a meeting, so I was figuring I'd be safe. And you know what? Like, how old am I, right? But right now I feel like I'm like 12, hiding on the computer and talking to people I shouldn't be. So it's all headache, and it feels stuffy. My head feels congested, the whole thing. And so I'm assuming that what I'm picking up health-wise is just either seasonal or allergy related. The weird weather. If you've got hot and cold, some people are, air conditioning on and there's heat, and you just don't even know what to wear this time of year. And it just feels, I would say from about here up, on the tops of my shoulders up, and that all feels drainage and congestion related. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Perfect. All right. He'll be upstairs in about 2 seconds. So, Sarah Peak, you had an experience with this. Let me add this really quickly. Everybody can read it. You had an experience with a spirit. My uncle's house to my house and left with the lady that I was strange. My mom with. Yeah. You know what? Energies can, they can make you feel the way they felt. So if you're someplace and all of a sudden you feel like you want to cry, or you get full of rage, or whatever emotion you might be feeling, they're trying to convey that's how they feel. And just being next to an energy like that can be like conducted to us, and that convection of energy, it is felt, and then we exude that. And I personally have had it happen. And so I understand if you're all of a sudden seeing a person who is normally very docile start getting angry and throwing things, and you've had really strange paranormal experiences or inexplicable happenings, then it's definitely something to consider about how do we cleanse this house, this person, the property. We call on spirit, we call on Archangel Michael. It's important to do those things. So yeah. All right. Let's jump on down and see if we have any comments here. Mark, you know what? If with what they showed you about walking into someone and having that confirmation, if you are considering, put it this way, if you're looking at this going, should I have a new career? You probably should, because it means that you're not being fulfilled in one way or another. Maybe the pay is great, but you're not feeling either needed or that you're contributing. You're not feeling like there's any purpose being met. We all need to feel that. Every single one of us wakes up and thinks, what can I do good today? What can I accomplish? And if you're just going to a job where you're being undermined, or people are not making it seem that what you're doing is actually making a difference within the company, why even be there? And it's not like you need someone to go, oh, good job. Here's give a dog, you don't need, a bone. It's not like we need to be cajoled and just, you know what I'm saying? It comes down to within, how you feel within. And maybe someone just goes, nice job. And that's all you need. Or maybe you see numbers rise, or maybe you see clients or customers or people happy, and maybe they're coming in and asking for you specifically. Those little things, those are affirmations that let you know I'm serving a purpose here. And a lot of times you already know if you are or you're not. Everybody knows that, like, this sucks. I'm not doing anything with what am I supposed to be doing? You already know. It's just really important. If you're questioning it, probably. Yes. Michelle, you're here too. Super fun. Yes, he is. He is single. He has not had a girlfriend by choice almost a year. Like a year in May. No girlfriend. He's been very, 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 very focused on work and school, and he is single, and he is 19. All right. And I will... Which daughter, too, so I can say, hey, which one? Was it the one on the left or the one on the right? Which one? So I can say, hey, Bradley. Okay. All right. So Mary Potretz. Okay, your daughter had a small stroke in 2020. Anything on her current health? So Mary, picking up on your daughter through you, it's interesting because I see, like, I don't see her spirit broken. I don't see her happiness broken. I don't see any of that. I see someone who, I don't even call it resigned. It's almost like has just, this is it. I see this person with this energy that I can't do any more readings, you guys. I'm going to finish Mary and then we're going to, because this is going to get loud because he's deaf and he's going to be really, really loud in like 5 seconds. And I don't want to make him feel bad. But I don't see her energy or her spirit. Her current health, I don't even, the only thing I would watch with her, Mary, the only thing I would watch would be susceptibility. I know this sounds weird, to colds, and I don't think this has anything to do with the stroke that she had or the Down syndrome. I don't think it has anything to do with either of those, but it feels I'm almost like more prone to a breathing issue. Like prone to breathing issues. Hey, I tried. I tried, you guys. I tried on every level tonight. So we are going. He's Kathleen Smith. He's it's okay. It's all right. It's okay. It's all right. Yes. It's about to get loud. Okay, so what I will do is what's today? Tuesday. I can probably do a makeup gallery this week. Maybe Thursday night. So put it on your calendars if I can get it in there, or maybe Thursday during the day. Maybe Thursday day, I might be able to do one looking at my schedule in my head. So consider Thursday a day. I will jump back on and get some more readings done. But yes, it's, you guys are great. It's just not quiet. I can't even focus. So you guys have a great night, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you very much for getting on and watching this wonderful episode of Paranormal PhD with me, Dr. Rebecca Foster, and I will catch you guys soon again. Have a great night. God bless. Bye.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, folks.
I sure am. Are you ready?
I sure am.
Super excited.